about the quality, finished product quality of the material. Just one particular lot we have not yet been cleared because it was under release state, right? Okay, let us see. This is the QM lot which is still awaiting for final inspection, because then we checked into the TA32 transaction. TA32, there was one lot for the finished product. Material this, and starting from this date to this date, okay, fine. There is one lot. This is the lot which is still awaiting for clearance, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
And if I will go to the MMBE screen, there are still 100 more pieces which are awaiting for the quality confirmation. That is why 100 pieces are there in the quality lot for the finished products also, and storage location. If you want, we can go ahead. Otherwise, anyhow, we are maintaining at one storage location only. So this 100 pieces is still awaiting for the quality clearance, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
That is nothing but this is the quality lot, right, Chandra? So we have to do the results recording, and as well as we have to do the usage decision for this particular lot. So for the finished product, we are checking the final diameter, and final diameter is, if it is within that parameters, that is say 19 or something like that, and if it is accepted, yes, I am accepting this final parameter. After that, you can give the usage decision for this, and usage decision is finally whether it is accepted or not accepted. Yeah, if it is accepted, then how much is the quantity that is accepted, whether the total 100 pieces is accepted or anything has been rejected. Yes, let me go for 100 pieces. Then refresh this. The moment you refresh this, inspection lot has been cleared. That means for any given inspection lot, 2 steps are mandatory. One step is you have to do the results recording. Second step is you have to do the usage decision of that results recording.
Yeah.
So we did both the steps. In the transaction code, what we are using here is TA32. In the same transaction code, you can do the results recording as well as the usage decision for that particular lot. Once the usage decision has been cleared, then ultimately your stock, which is in the quality, it will move to unrestricted once I refresh this. Take a look at it, this, Chandra. Right?
Yeah.
Able to follow me?
Yeah.
And if I go to my MD04 screen, this inspection lot has been cleared. The stock, this is earlier, before refreshment, Chandra.
Yeah.
I'm refreshing again here in the MD04. So finally, my stock has to be get updated by 100 numbers, and this there is no significance, no more significance of this inspection lot. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
So this is how the quality parameters comes into the significance, starting for the raw material, finished product. You can, of course, regarding to the inspection characteristics, you can create a number of inspection characteristics. Regarding to the inspection plan, you can create a number of inspection plan. Regarding to the inspection setup, at which point of time it has to be triggered. Generally, this is the logic which we will follow for the quality management to be activated, Chandra. Is it clear? Actually, of course, we need to go a bit more. This is not the full and final of the quality management. Yes, I can definitely agree with you. But with this, at least you can understand what is happening as far as the quality of the material is concerned. What type of, whether the quality management is active or not. If it is not active, then what are the fundamental or the necessary steps to be taken care for activating the quality management for a given material, that we are aware of it. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah, but what else is there? Like it looks like we,
of course,
we covered most
there is
of
one more is notification and certification, Chandra.
Okay, okay.
That parameters also comes into the picture. That is, notification is basically whenever there is any sort of a non-conformance. Non-conformance in the sense material is not, you find something, it is not regarding to the result. It's basically non-conformance is, you are doing some audit and you find it out something is not at all conforming to the, or not meeting to the requirements, or not following the procedure to be followed. In that cases, we will raise the non-conformances during the internal non-conformances, or it can be an external non-conformance. External non-conformance is basically to your vendor. Internal non-conformances are basically inter-departmental non-conformance. From one department to another department, material has been moved, they found out something is specific, something is not up to the quality, then they can raise the non-conformances. Those non-conformance is nothing but its quality notification.
Okay, so quality notification, okay.
Able to follow me, Chandra?
Yeah, but who issues certificate?
Certificate is basically either the vendor by themselves or the quality control department people will take it up the certification of the parameters.
Okay.
Yeah. Either the vendor can himself give the certificate and then send it along with the quality certificate and we can check it at our end, or the quality control department people can take it up the certification.
Okay.
Of course, if you want to go for to pull those details of it, of course you need to go through the QM aspects, the total complete QM aspects. But if it is just for the sake of incoming and in process, and generally the people will follow, these are the three mandatory. Every time it's not the case that people will follow for notification, people will follow for certification or something, all these things. But incoming, in process and final inspection parameters are generally will follow for all the materials if any quality management act, is active in any of the plants, Chandra.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the different steps to be followed, and how to activate the quality for a raw material, how to activate the quality for a finished product, and how to link these quality parameters while you are receiving the goods and while you are producing the goods and final inspection and all, that you are clear. Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going for coming back to our PP part of it and the configuration part of it. And somewhere we were stopped at the master data, and we have to go for planning data and transaction data, how these are all happening. Okay. Let us take it as our material which we have been created already, that is in the 0 per discipline or something like that. When we are talking about the strategy, we were just simply, I explained to you so that put the 10 or something like that. I didn't elaborate on the strategy part of it, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
I asked you, okay, we'll go for the 10. Why we are going for 10? What is the significance of 10? And how it is controlling this 10 parameter? I didn't explain anything. Okay, that is nothing but what we are entering the 10 here is, it is nothing but your strategy group. What is meant by strategy is altogether is, strategy in the sense how you are going to take care of your customer requirements and independent requirements. Requirements are of two types for any particular material, Chandra. One is basically independent requirements, and the other one is the customer requirements, right?
Yeah.
Will you agree with me?
Yeah, order based, right?
Yeah, basically the external customer is giving order, please, I want this so-and-so material. That is, I am raising the request or I am raising the sales order to you. Is that okay? Independent requirement in the sense which we produced last year this. Based upon that we are having our history, we are generating the forecast. Based upon the forecast, we are converting the forecast based all this forecast and everything take into consideration. We are converting the sales plan. Sales plan is converted into production plan, or it can be converted or drill down to the demand management, which will create independent requirements for any of the top materials. Is that right, Chandra? That we have been seen in the case of SOP. Is it clear? The part which I am explaining, outcome of the SOP is nothing but your independent requirement, right?
That's correct.
What is in SOP? SOP is nothing but the sales input, sales and operation planning. What is the input for sales and operation planning is nothing but your sales history and as well as the COPA figures, right?
COPA figures, yeah.
Based upon those two input parameters only, you are finally deriving it your sales plan, and your sales plan is output of the SOP is your sales plan. You are transferring it to the demand management, or you are giving the inputs to the production people to go ahead with the production activities like this. Is that right?
Yeah.
That is nothing but your independent requirement, right?
Yeah.
And of course, the other part is the customer requirement, where the external customer is giving me, I want to buy this particular material, right?
Yeah.
Okay, these two requirements, that is independent requirements and the customer requirements, has to be managed in a better way. In the better way in the sense, there should not be any stock pile up conditions. At the same time, there should not be any customer requirements unsatisfied. Right, Chandra?
Mm-hmm.
These two has to be synchronized, or these two has to be planned in a better way. That is why we are making some sort of a strategy. That is what the strategy is. Strategy is nothing but managing of your customer requirements and as well as independent requirement. How you are going to manage your independent requirement and the customer requirements depends upon your planning strategy, Chandra. Is that right?
Yeah.
Planning strategy in the sense that there are different strategies available. Some of the things are purely make to stock, some of the things are purely make to order.
Mm-hmm.
What is meant by pure make to stock, what is meant by pure make to order, and there are some strategies which will take care of both, a combination of make to stock and make to order. Let us understand what is meant by make to stock and what is meant by make to order. Make to stock in the sense, I am not looking into the customer requirements, Chandra. Simply I am producing it as per my independent requirements basis. Okay, I don't wait for the sales order to come or not to come. I keep on producing and then keep into the stock. That is nothing but your make to stock scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The other, just opposite of this one is make to order scenario. That means make to order scenario in the sense, unless until there is a sales order, don't produce till that time. Just wait for the sales order. Let your sales order come and then only start the production. That is pure make to order.
Yeah.
Is it clear? Just I'm making, of course, still I'm not, didn't gone for numbers. Still I'm explaining to you what is meant by, what is the difference between the make to stock and what is the difference between the make to order.
Yeah.
Make to stock in the sense, just based upon some criteria, based upon some forecast, based upon some independent requirements. You are keep on producing it on daily basis or whatever is your monthly plan, whatever it is, then you are going ahead with that production plan, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Here in this make to stock scenario, I am not bothered about the sales order, whether the sales order has been received or not received, just I will go ahead with my plan.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite of that one is nothing but your make to order. In the make to order scenario, unless until there is a sales order, please do not produce.
Yeah.
That means your sales order comes, then only you will start planning, you will start producing, you will start doing everything. Your sales order only trigger your manufacturing activities.
Yeah.
Is it clear, Chandra?
Yeah.
Okay. And there are other combinations which is nothing but combination of both make to stock and make to order. There is basically, sometimes it will look for stocks and then sometimes it will take care of the orders and then combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
Combination in the sense, it will start producing it with your sales order, it will start with combination of, in the sense means it will start producing with the make to stock scenario, but it will also takes into consideration of your independent, takes care of your customer requirement. If your customer requirements exceeds your independent requirements, then it will create additional plan orders. All those stuff comes into the picture in the combination strategy. Okay.
Yeah.
Just hold on for a minute. I'll explain with more details. Is it up to here? Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
What is meant by strategy altogether? Why we are going for strategy? What are the different strategies? I am just still, I didn't come for the numbers as such. So for each strategy, how you are going to take care of your independent requirement, how you are going to take care of your customer requirements is defined in this particular strategy.
Yeah.
Each strategy consists of two requirement types. One is the independent requirement type, another is the customer requirement type. And this requirement type is again consisting of one class called as requirement class. I'll just wait for some time. Just I need to. So far, is it clear? Explanation is clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's good. So where are we? He is our demand management, that is basically independent requirements. These independent requirements are getting converted into the planned orders and so on and so forth and all. Just wait for a minute. So what are the different planning strategies is, it can be a make to stock, it can be a make to order, it can be assemble to order, or it can be a combination of all those things comes into the planning strategy categories, Chandra.
Yeah.
Okay. If it is a make to stock, there are some numbers are there, 10, 11, 30, 40. What is this numbers altogether is, as I told you just now, each strategy consists of requirement type and a requirement class, right? There are, this is one is requirement, these are the two requirements type. So each strategy consists of, one is requirement type, requirement type for independent requirements, similarly requirement type for customer requirements. And each requirement type will consist of requirement class. Just hold on for a minute. Requirement class. What is this? Okay. Let us understand one class, then I'll explain to you. These are the pure basically make to stock, basic make to stock 7, 30, 40. What is meant by 10, what is meant by 11, what is meant by 30, what is meant by 40. If I put 10, how the system will behave. If I put 11, how the system will behave. If I put 30, how the system will behave. This we will look into. This 10 is nothing but pure make to stock, that is a net requirement planning. Net requirement planning is nothing but, you remember Chandra, I told somewhere net requirement and gross requirement planning. Any clue? Net requirement.
That is 10 and 11, right?
Yes, 10 is for net requirement planning, which will consider the existing stock.
Existing stock.
Right?
And yeah, gross means that it won't consider existing.
Yes, you are perfectly fine. That's the right answer. Gross requirement is nothing but you should not consider the existing stock. That means gross requirement planning should not consider the no stock consideration.
No stock consideration.
Okay. Let us see this and then we'll go for further. So 10 is nothing but your net requirement calculation, which has to consider the stock, whereas 11 is nothing but gross requirement calculation, where you should not consider the stock which is available in the stock. Right, Chandra? This is what it has to behave as, but we didn't see how the system will behave. Let us see this effect. I am creating quickly a material with MM01 with the stock 10 and the stock ST10. I'll put material name itself as a strategy 10, and it is a mechanical engineering, and it is a finished product. Okay, and let me copy it from Desfin so that it will make rather than data entry. Quickly copy this material. I'll change only the two strategies. So basic data 1, basic data 2, sales text 2, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, work scheduling, costing 1, costing 2, accounting 1, accounting 2, go ahead, and organization levels, go ahead. Oh, already exists for maintained. Okay, I'll just simply change.
ST_10.
Sorry, Chandra, you had given some name?
ST_10.
Okay, ST_10. Okay. Main data. Only thing is I am going and then changing, I am not changing anything, Chandra. As far as 10 is concerned, anyhow we copied from the 10, so I'll maintain the 10 as it is. And for strategy level, I'll change it and we'll put the stocks and we'll see the effect of this one. Main data, MRP 1, 2, 3. In the MRP 3, we will have the strategy group. Okay. This is the strategy group, Chandra. Strategy group and strategy, just wait for a few more minutes. So I am coming to that one. Just I am creating the material so that you can visualize the difference between the 10 and 11 more better. So that the similar way, then we will go into the configuration, how that effect is coming, from where it is coming, from where it is taking all that data. So, material has been created with ST10. Our ST10 is ready. I will create one more material called as ST11. Okay, fine. Instead of ST10, I'll simply put ST11. The rest is all same. I'll change the strategy 10 to 11. What is the other parameter? Where to change the other parameter, Chandra? In the strategy, that is in MRP3, I'll change the strategy as 11.
No.
Instead of 10, I'm putting for 11, Chandra.
Mm-hmm.
See the effect of this one. So we created two materials. One is ST10, the other is ST11, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the effect of this ST10, ST11? As per our discussion so far, what we discussed, ST10 has to consider the existing stock, whereas ST11 should not consider the existing stock, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Let us. I want to put the stock for both the materials, say 100 numbers each.
Mm-hmm.
As of now, I don't have any stock for both. You see this MD04, ST11. As of now, there is no stock. And I want to go for one more material, that is MD04 of ST10. For ST10 also, I don't have any stocks. Let us put the stock for both the materials. And MB1C 561. ST_10, quantity 100, storage location 005, and similarly ST11 and same 100 pieces 001, enter, save. So now I entered the stocks for both the materials 100 each, right, Chandra?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
ST10 also I am having a stock up, and in ST11, Chandra, one more point, when you are making as in the case of 11 strategy, there is one more checkpoint is there. This is important checkpoint. You need to activate the gross requirement planning in MRP3 plan. Just I'll show it to you.
For 11?
Yeah, for 11, Chandra.
Okay.
For 11, in addition to this mixed MRP, you have to go for gross requirement planning here. This is also important, Chandra. Otherwise, it will not trigger it. I'll show it to you. Just wait for a minute.
1 minute. Okay, MR3, right? Okay.
In MRP3, in addition to the strategy group, I also added mixed MRP indicator. Okay.
Two. Yeah.
Yes. Now I am going to create an independent requirement for both the materials. Independent requirement I am creating for ST10. Independent requirement type is equal to LSF. Why this LSF and all? Just I need to wait for a few more minutes. Then today we will make it very clear how this effect of this LSF and all coming. Say I am going to create independent requirement for 200 numbers. Say 3. Let's take 1 is more than enough. Okay. Then Clase and MD04. You see this, Chandra? As soon as I made it as independent requirement of 200, system is generating. 1 second. Just wait for about few more minutes. 1 more minute. I'll create independent requirement similarly for ST11 also. MD61 In the case of 11, the independent requirement type is equal to BSF, Chandra. It is, be careful on this one. Independent requirement should be of BSF. Why this BSF? I'll come to that one.
For 11.
Yeah, for 11 it is, sorry, it is, I want to go for 11. The parameter BSF, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Here also, even though I am having a stock of 100, I am creating an independent requirement of 200, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
For both, I have the stock of 100 and I created an independent requirement for 200, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Now, just to see the effect of it. This is ST10, Chandra. This is ST11. Did you find any difference? Okay, let me run the MRP such that you will understand more clearly. MD02. Okay. Similarly, I am running the MRP for ST10 also. So for both the materials, I run the MRP. Now, after running the MRP, let us see the effect in MD04. This is ST10. And there is one more thing, ST11. Okay. This is one screen, Chandra.
Yeah.
This is another screen. Or, okay, I don't have this different. Okay, no problem. It's not an issue. Are you able to see, let's come to the 10. As far as the 10, our strategy, what we defined in the 10 is, as for our discussion, what we made our 10 is, 10 has to consider the existing stock. If the 10 is a net requirement calculation, it has to consider the existing stock. I have a stock of 100 pieces. When there is a requirement of 200, it considered my 100 pieces stock requirement and it generated a requirement only for 100 more number. That is why system has created the planned order only for 100 numbers, not for 200. Is it clear to you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Coming to the 11. Sorry. Coming to the 11. This is 11 is nothing but your gross requirement planning. It should not consider the existing stock available. Even though I have a stock of 100 numbers, there is a requirement of 200. My requirement of 200 didn't touch my stock available of 200. So it has been created a fresh requirement of 200 more, and the system has created an additional planned total fresh requirement of the planned order of 200. There is a planned order for 200 in the case of ST11. There is a planned order for requirement of 100 only in the case of ST10. This is the basic difference between the 10 and 11. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
That means, in the case of the 10, system is considering the existing stock available. In the case of the 11, system is not considering the existing stock available, right?
Yeah.
Is it clear to you now? I hope you are able to understand the theory concept of it, which we studied during the, okay, 10 means net requirement calculation, which has to consider the stock. 11 means, which is a gross requirement calculation, which should not consider the stock. That concept, is it clear to you?
Okay, clear. Yeah.
Okay. As the front end part is, yes, it is clear. How it is behaving is what we studied, and the system behavior is one and the same. But what is the configuration part? Just wait for a few more minutes. Yeah, Chandra, you have one question.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Available quantity is 100, but we are not considering the existing stock. So it created planned orders for 200 quantity, right?
Yeah, in the case of 11.
In the case of 11. But
yes.
In the third row, okay, we don't need to show existing stock in the last row, right? Yeah.
This, you are talking about this one, Chandra, where my cursor is there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically the planned order. This planned order is for a requirement of, this is the planned order. Planned order quantity is equal to 200. This planned order is meant for this particular requirement.
Now I got it. So yeah, we're showing stock separately. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
Fine. Now, one more point of this make to stock scenario is, make to stock will not consider the incoming sales orders. That means incoming sales orders do not have any impact in the case of make to stock scenario. That is, it can be a 10 or it can be 11. Incoming sales orders don't have any impact. Even if I receive a sales order for 1000 pieces, system don't behave, don't react for that 1000 pieces, or if I do not react for the incoming sales orders.
Suppose so make to stock is based on independent requirements, right?
Yeah, make to stock is purely responding to the independent requirements and it is not considering your customer requirements.
So,
Your sales orders do not. Sales orders have only, it has to be dispatched from the delivery, from the stock, Chandra.
so that is correct, but so based on previous history, so it says like produce 1,000 items per month.
Yeah,
So
1 second,
metric.
give me 1 minute, please. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, sorry, because of the market work, I'm out. I'll catch it up on Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Right. No. Or yeah, what about the market? Fine, I'll catch it up. Sorry, Chandra. Yeah, Chandra, we are discussing somewhere.
So based on our independent requirements, so
Exactly.
we are producing 1,000 quantity every month.
Yes.
All of a sudden, I get sales order for 4,000 items.
Yeah.
So how we deal with this situation if you go with
In this case, in that case, actually your 10 strategy will not have the impact. There is another strategy called as strategy number 40. I'll come to that one. Chandra, wait for a few more minutes.
Okay, okay.
As of now, what we are discussing is what is meant by 10, what is meant by 11, what are the significant features of the 10 that we are talking about. Your 10 do not have any sales orders. Sales orders impact will never ever take it up into. I'll take it one sales order for this one. System will not respond for that one. I'll create one sales order quickly for strategy 10. Is that okay for you?
Yeah. Before that, one quick question.
Yeah.
So I create a material for 10, right?
Yeah.
So my situation changes, business scenario changes. So if I want to change it to 40, I can change it, right?
Yeah, you can change it. You can change it. You can change it, but preferably if you will clear all the open documents or open POs or some open independent requirements, so that there won't be any confusions between earlier and this one, all these things, Chandra.
Yeah.
Preferably if you clear it up, make it a separation, just put a stock or something like that, then you can change it so the system will take into that one. What I mean to say, one of the requirements are of LSF type, one of the requirements are, now we will come into LSF, BSF. Now I explained to you, one is LSF, one is BSF. LSF is used for 10 and BSF is used for, what is meant by LSF and all, of course, just wait for a few more minutes.
Okay, got it.
You are getting my point, what I mean to say?
Yeah.
LSF is I am talking about in the case of the 10 and BSF is I am talking about in the case of 11 and BSF is in the case of 40, right? Of course, I didn't come to. Your question is such that you asked me one question such that, okay, I am using the strategy 10. All of a sudden I received a sales order of 10,000 pieces. My plan was only 1,000 each month, but unexpected demand was there and I received say 5,000 pieces in 1 month itself. Did my system will respond for that sales order or not? That's what your question, right, Chandra?
That's correct.
But definitely, if it is a strategy 10, your sales order, your system will not respond for that 5,000 pieces sales order. Even you receive 5,000 or 10,000, it doesn't matter. If you have the stock, you deliver it. Otherwise, you have to wait for still the plan, or you have to change your independent requirements manually. If you change your independent requirements, it is as good as changing the plan by seeing that one, right? Just let me create one sales order. Then we can check the same scenario what we are discussing now. Is it okay?
Yeah.
VA01. And order type is equal to war. The thing is, when I take up the class with you, I discussed again and again the same. Even though I plan it, I want to go for some other, but the situation comes so that we were discussing into deeper.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not. Don't mistake me. I'm not saying so that I have to bypass this one, but it's really interesting. And the thing is, I myself don't want to go out to the next topic unless until I want to clear this particular.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I'm creating a sales order for ST10 and order quantity is equal to say 5,000 pieces. This is the sales order which you unexpectedly receive it, right?
Yeah.
And whether the system will respond for the sales order or not, our question is that one, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Okay, and say amount is equal to, of course, we are not taking it up the amount parameter. Don't worry about the price parameters, Chandra. Ours is the sales orders and independent requirements, how they are getting into that, what we want to look into, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So simply we created a sales order for 5,000 pieces for ST10.
Mm-hmm.
What is our discussion is for ST10 or ST11, that is strategy 10 or strategy 11. The sales orders do not have any impact or system will not respond for the incoming sales orders. That's what our discussion is, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
It will simply display it, oh sorry, ST10, we created for ST10. It will simply display in MD04, but it do not plan anything. We created for ST10, right?
Yeah. It's to 10.
Yeah, why sales order is not? Yeah, okay, it's a database was not updated. Sorry. I got it out, so that's something. Okay, sales order is there. Okay, I have a planned order. Let me run the MRP. Now again see the results of the MRP. Is there any change in your MRP or is there any change in your production plan or planned orders, anything? Did you notice any change in this, Chandra?
Nothing. He doesn't care.
Yes, that is the effect of your ST10.
Yeah.
That means even though the
Yeah.
sales order system is not at all responding for the sales order, okay, you receive the sales order, if its stock is there, you deliver it, just otherwise I am not responding for incoming sales orders, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
And so the salient features of ST10, ST11, ST11 also the same criteria, Chandra. As far as the sales orders are, as far as the customer requirements are concerned, ST10 and ST11 both behave in a similar way. Only for the independent requirements, ST10 will take care of stock, whereas ST11 it will not consider the stock available. Is it clear to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, in that case, which strategy will be the better? I suggest you to go for a strategy called as party. Okay, let me create a material with ST10, ST40.
Yeah.
I'm copying it from same ST10 and then I'll change the strategy to 40, Chandra.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where I can change it?
Market 3.
Yes, excellent.
What about, do we need to make changes to a mixed MRP? No.
No. Mixed MRP will have a significance basically for 11, Chandra.
Only for 11. Okay.
Only for 11. This party is having some other parameters also takes into consideration. Wait for some more, few more, I need 5 more minutes. So that I want to explain to you the consumption mode, forward consumption, this all, wait for a minute. Just let me create simply the material.
Yeah.
Now here, what I did is I created a material with ST party, and let us see the effect of ST party, how this ST party will behave it. Now I created a material called as ST party. As of now, I don't have the stock, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
And let me put some stocks for this particular material also. I'm putting the same 100 pieces stock. This just to have the similarity of comparison.
Yeah.
So 100 pieces stock is there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to create independent requirements for this particular material, ST party. Here the requirement type is equal to VSF.
40 is VSF. Okay.
Yeah. Is the planning with final assembly. Just wait for a minute. Of course, I need to explain. And here also I am creating exactly the same scenario. Once again, I want to create a 200 pieces of independent requirement. Save it. Okay. Slash in MD04. Right. So far, what is the effect of the, or what you noticed here, Chandra?
It is not considering, it is considering the stock.
Exactly, that's wonderful. It's basically considering the existing stock, and it has been created the 100 pieces of additional planned order because I need a requirement of 200, but I already had a stock of 100 in my stock, so let me consume that 100 pieces, and whatever the short quantity of remaining 100, it has been created a planned order, right, Chandra?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but all of a sudden I received one sales order with 5,000 pieces. Instead of ST part 10, I am taking it up to ST part 10. Rest I am all keeping it to the same.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I created a sales order for 5,000 pieces, Chandra. And the sales order number is equal to 12267. This is my sales order which has been created for 5,000 pieces in the case of ST party. I told such that if you want to react for your incoming sales orders, better go for strategy party. That's what I told you, right? Let us see this how this strategy party is going to create it, is going to respond it. Now, let me go to my MD04 such that my sales order has to be reflected there. So there is a 5,000 pieces of sales order is there, right, Chandra?
That's correct.
Okay, let me run the MRP. As of now, your planned order is only 100 pieces, Chandra, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to run the MRP. MD02. Did you notice anything difference, Chandra?
It subtracted the existing stock.
Yeah, 100 pieces has been subtracted. What about your planned order now?
What, 4,900?
Because it is responding for incoming sales orders because the sales order requirement is 5,000 pieces. Even though you have an independent requirement of 100, that 100 is not sufficient for you to complete your customer requirements. So the system has been created additional planned order to meet your customer requirements automatically, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Is it clear to you now? Did you able to find the difference between the 10, 11, 40 as of now?
That's correct. Yeah, I got it.
In the case of the 10, even though you received the sales order, system didn't respond automatically without your intervention.
Yeah.
In the case of the 40, even though you didn't touch anything, as soon as the sales order has been created, the system has been responded immediately, and 100 pieces of sale planning may not be sufficient for me, or against the requirement of 200, I am planning to produce 100. That 100 planned order is not sufficient to fulfill my customer requirement of 5,000 pieces, right?
Yeah.
So system has been responded automatically for the incoming sales orders. This is nothing but the strategy 40. It is one of the most commonly used, most wonderful strategies, basically, Chandra.
Yeah, it's preferred one. Yeah.
Yeah, preferred one. The thing is, at the same time, it is having one of the advantage. It won't wait for the sales order to come as such. At the same time, whenever your sales order comes, if any sales order increases, it will respond for the incoming sales orders even though.
Yeah.
Got it, Chandra?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the strategy 10, strategy 11, strategy 30 is production by lot sizes. Just it's not most commonly used, but it's for some time I'll explain to that one also. Make to stock is nothing but okay, this we have already been discussing. So production by lot sizes in the sense your sales orders are quantity and independent requirement quantity are both put together. It will derive one common quantity basically. Of course, it is considered both, but it is not that much commonly used as such. Production by lot sizes is, suppose there is a lot size of, say, there is a requirement of this, all the lot sizes within that given period, it is clubbing together and it making a single production by a single lot size.
Yeah.
This is 40, Chandra. This is most commonly used. That is planning with the final assembly. Strategy number 40, where your customer requirements are there, independent requirements are there. Both are coming into, and independent requirements reduction will take place based upon your incoming sales order. The meaning of one is equal to 1 second. Go to strategy number 40. You see here, your independent requirements is still existing here for 200 pieces in the case of 11, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Whereas if I go to the strategy 40, there is no independent requirement here, right? That means independent requirements were already been nullified by your incoming sales order. This sales order has been reduced to those incoming.
Yeah.
Is it right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Whereas in the case of the strategy part 10, independent requirements has not yet been nullified, even though the sales order have, sorry, we'll go for strategy 10 also so that you can see the effect of the sales order. Here plan order has been there. Sorry, SP 40. No, I want to go for SP 10. See, here the independent requirement of LSF is still existing in the system, Chandra.
Yeah.
Whereas in the case of 11 also independent requirement of BSF is still existing in the system.
Yeah.
In the case of the 40, as soon as your sales order has been received for more than independent requirement quantity, independent requirements were completely nullified. Our consumption of the independent requirements took place by incoming sales orders.
Okay.
Right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Chandra, are you there?
Yeah. I'm clear.
Somewhere voice is breaking.
Oh.
Hi, Chandra?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello?
Chandra, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. See, what I mean to say, in the case of the 11, in the case of the 10 and this is the strategy 40, and this is the strategy 10. If I see the strategy 10, independent requirements were still there in the system till you dispatch this sales order. Against the sales order, this will get nullified from the system against the dispatch from the sales order. Whereas in the case of the 11, in the case of the 40, your independent requirements were immediately nullified as soon as your sales order is incoming sales order itself. Right, Chandra?
Yeah.
That is nothing but your consumption of independent requirement or reduction of the independent requirements basically. Reduction of the demand, how it will take place is in different strategies, it will work in a different way. Okay. Coming to the other
question here.
Yeah.
In the last line, you see the planned order number /STCK start. What does that mean? Start?
Yeah, it's basically it's a simple planned order which is going to be make to stock basically. It's going to be put into the stock. From the stock, it is going to be sold for the delivery.
Got it. Yeah.
Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
So strategy 40, strategy 10, strategy 11, these are the different make to stock scenarios, but whereas strategy 40, even though it is a make to stock scenario, but it is having a feature of responding to the incoming sales orders, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm coming to one more point, just give me a minute. Let me go to the configuration now. I'm using the terminology called as LSF, BSF, this and all, right, Chandra? What is this LSF, BSF is? As I told you, for each strategy, it consists of two requirements. One is the customer requirement, and another is the independent requirement. Let us go to that one. Production planning, demand management. In this demand management, we are talking about the strategy, planning strategy. Planning strategy is defined here, Chandra. Let us understand the defined strategy, then we'll come to the strategy group also. What is meant by strategy is, we are talking about the strategy 10, right, Chandra? In the case of the strategy 10, my independent requirement type is equal to LSF, my customer requirement type is equal to KSL. This is what I have been given. In the sense, it has been configured in such a way. For each strategy, it will have one is the independent requirement. This is the independent requirement type, and this is the customer requirement type. My independent requirement type is equal to LSF in the case of the 10, and my customer requirement type is equal to KSL in the case of my strategy 10. Is that right, Chandra? As per the
so that is standard value, like customer requirements is KSL, independent requirements LSF.
Yeah, this is simple, not LSF and KSL will do not have, it is have a further settings, Chandra. We need to wait for a minute.
Okay.
As it is, this LSF doesn't convey anything to us. It is having a settings furthermore on that. Just give a minute. So what we understood from here is, so if I go for 10, for 10, I'm having a requirement of LSF. For the customer requirement type, independent requirement type is equal to LSF, and my customer requirement type is equal to KSL. This is for strategy group K10. This requirement type consists of the requirement class. This is what I was saying to you, right? This requirement type LSF is having, I'll open one more screen and I'll go for once again SPRO and production. And in this production planning, demand management. Chandra, what about your, did Danny talk to you? What about your availability of today evening, late evening of mine, which will be tomorrow morning of yours, early morning?
I'm available.
You are available?
Yeah.
Roughly my 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. of mine is equal to maybe your 8 a.m. of something like that. Do you have some time there?
Oh yeah, I'm free tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
Okay. If you don't mind, I would like to have one more session today.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, that is tomorrow my morning, maybe I may not be in a position to take up the class because I'm going somewhere to attend some function.
Okay.
So I'd like to, if you have some time, I would like to catch up with you in the today evening. I told to Danny also the same thing. Like depending upon the Chandra sir's availability, we'll catch it up. So that's what I told.
Oh, I'm available.
Okay, fine. That's good. Thanks, Chandra. Then I'll ask Danny to schedule one more meeting in the evening, which is roughly tentatively 8:30 p.m. of my time.
Okay. How was PP demo? How was APO demo?
After this, actually, I have.
Oh, is that right? Okay, okay. If that is the case, we can have more discussion tomorrow, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind, can I stop up to here, Chandra, if you don't mind? Because 10 o'clock is my schedule, of course. Of course, Danny will help it out, both of us. It's not an issue. But if you don't mind, I'll take it up in the evening. Anyhow, we need to discuss this one at a bit more lengthy then. It's important.
So tell Danny he can start the meeting in the morning.
Yeah. Fine, Chandra. Then now it is okay. 5 more minutes. Just give me a minute. I was somewhere in between. Let me take it up at least to this point so that it will give some sort of an idea. I hope you are getting now that different. At the front end part, you are able to visualize the difference between 10, 11, 40, right, Chandra?
Yeah, I'm clear now.
Okay. Now, what I was explaining is how that effect is coming from, where it is behaving like that. That is more important for us as a configuration part of it, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
The behavior part that is coming because of the configuration settings here. For 10, we have been made a requirement type of LSF and KSL. These requirement types are defined in the configuration. That independent requirements types are defined here, whereas customer requirements types are defined in the. This is basically PP and SD integration, part of PP and SD integration. All your customer requirement types and all you can define it in the SD part of it, Chandra. Of course, either SD people will configure it or PP people, but you should have a sync.
Yeah.
Here availability check. Here the transfer requirements. Here define the requirement type. Here all the customer requirements type of KSL, whatever we are seeing that KSL, no? We saw that this KSL is defined here. KSL becomes under, because it is a customer requirement type. So this KSL is here. For this KSL, once again requirement class is there. I'll come to that one. Wait for a minute. What I was explaining to you here is, one is the independent requirement type, another is the customer requirement type. This customer requirement type is more up towards the SD side setting, which will be taken care of by SD people. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah.
And we are more concerned about the PP part of it. Of course, SD, this is a PP and SD integration basically. And sit together, we have to sort it out, which is the best requirement type and how to do that. Of course, standard requirement types and all, need not to change it. If any change is required, we have to change it at both the sides basically. Okay, we are talking about the customer. We understood the strategy consisting of two. One is the requirement type and independent requirement type and customer requirement type. Now, for strategy 10, we understood such that independent requirement type is equal to requirement type is equal to independent requirement type and requirement classes. For strategy 10, requirement type is equal to LSF. For this LSF, what is the requirement class? It is 100. You see this. And this 100 in turn is having once again the settings. So requirement, we have to go for 100 class and what are the settings available in this 100 class. This 100 class, in this 100 class, we have been defined how my independent requirements has to take it up, whether it is a net requirement or whether it is a gross requirement. You see this set. These are the 5 settings available, Chandra. Based upon this behavior is, that behavior of 10 and 11 is coming, Chandra.
Okay.
I hope now you are able to visualize from where it is picking it up back.
Yeah.
First, the system is looking into the strategy group. The moment I say it is a 10, immediately system knows such that for 10, the requirement type is equal to LSF and the independent requirement type is equal to LSF and the customer requirement is equal to KSL. The moment it is a requirement type LSF, then it will go for a requirement class of 100. In the class, there are different settings available. Based upon these settings, your independent requirement, whether the requirement has to consider the stock or not to consider the stock, is defined in this. And as well as consumption, how the consumption has to take place, how the creation, all these settings are here in this Chandra.
Yeah.
Is it clear to you now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Similarly, if I go for strategy group Chandra, so that you can visualize more better. If I go for strategy 40, okay, This strategy part is consisting of my requirement type is equal to VSF and my requirement type is equal to KSV. Okay. This VSF once again is having a different, if I go for VSF, this is my requirement. This VSF is, what is the VSF we have to go for? Corresponding requirement. The requirement type in turn will pull it of the requirement class. The settings are there in the requirement class rather than the requirement type, Chandra. Requirement class is equal to 101, right? This behavior of 101, you can see it here in this. This is the 101 behavior.
Okay.
And for this, you have both the requirement type. Requirement type is, one is the customer requirement type and another is the independent requirement type. 101 behavior is, this is the behavior. That means consumption has to take place. Consumption with the, as soon as I receive the sales order, you are consuming with the assembly. That means your incoming independent requirements are consuming the independent requirements, right, Chandra? Whereas in the case of the 10, it didn't consume any independent requirements, right, Chandra?
Yeah.
So how it is consuming is because of the this is basically the consumption indicator. Is somewhere, one second. Yeah. This is you are able to see that text, Chandra?
Yeah.
Consumption indicator. How? What is meant by consumption indicator? Consumption of your independent requirements. How your consumption has to take place is defined here. Because in the case of the 10, if you see it, for 10 I told such that requirement class is equal to 100. For 11 the requirement class is equal to 1 or 2. Of course I will come to that one. For 10 no consumption is taking place because the configuration is standard configuration is like that. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
It is a blank. Blank in the sense no consumption with customer requirements.
Yeah.
That's what. That is why your independent requirements are not get consumed during your incoming sales orders. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
So these are the different settings available for the requirement class. So like that, independent requirements is having independent requirement class, customer requirement is having the customer requirement class. So this requirement type and requirement class is basically, these two are controlling your behavior of strategy group. This is my independent requirement type, this is my customer requirement type. Whereas this independent requirement type in turn is having my requirement class 100, whereas my requirement class is equal to 030. This is, of course, we will see this customer, I didn't have been taken to you that KSL and then requirement class. We'll see that one during the evening session. Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, actually, just because of the session, I'm stopping it.
No, that's fine. So please tell Danny, and then he will open this meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll catch up today evening 8:30 p.m. of my time, so that we'll discuss at least 1 hour in the evening event too, so that it is more important and more essential how it is picking it up and what is the configuration, different settings are available.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope you are at the front end part of the behavior is clear to you. Of course, we have to go for make to order scenario also, how the make to order scenario works it out, and we'll see that in the evening. Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Chandra. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.